Walk off. I ain't got a water bottle. All I got is this sanitizer. Walk off. Boy. This news is so huge, bro. So huge, bro. R.I.P. Black Phillip, man. But there's this trickle down theory that just comes into play. Like, Dan Quinn was so important to the operation of this thing, bro. Like, if Kellen Moore left, right? If Kellen Moore left, the general vibes would be, all right, who's going to be the new OC? I don't think anybody will be like super hurt about it. You know, we still thinking that that's got to improve over time. You know, those overall vibes of Kellen Moore coming back, you can say what you want to say about it, right? There's so much at play with this Dan Quinn thing. First of all, we get another year of continuity on defense. Fire. Dan Quinn came in and took the worst defense I've ever seen in my 29-year-old life, and he turned it into something special. He turned it into something, you know, that can hold Pat Mahomes to 19 points. You know what I mean? Something that we feel fantastic about. And free agency is about to happen. But the core young guys of that defense still there, or the core guys, the big names or whatever. We just gonna cross our fingers and pass our John Wick Illuminati money across the table for Randy Gregory, hoping that he stays around. You got D-Law coming back. You got Neville. Bo's gonna be around in that, you know, one-tech rotation or whatever. You're gonna build around Osa. You're gonna build around Micah. You know, Tristan Hill, assuming he don't punch nobody in the game, is gonna be a guy that's gonna be, you know, relatively around this thing. We're gonna see about J-Ron Curse. Diggs or whatever, right? So like, we got our top dudes, we got our main guys, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna take free agency and pass out them $32 contracts and hopefully bring some dudes back. But Dan Quinn affecting this thing can be, okay, if I'm like an old free agent, right? Like if I'm Justin Houston and I see what Dan Quinn is doing for XYZ, like J-Ron Curse is eligible to get monies. Carlos Watkins can probably get a little more money. Dorrance can go get some monies if they want to. Anthony Brown, I mean, Cowboy fans don't like him, but Anthony Brown can go get some money. Like, that's what Dan Quinn can do for me. So in my mind, if I'm one of these older defensive players that, you know, I'm a journeyman type or whatever, I'm looking, man, and I'm going, man, I wonder what this Dan Quinn character can do for me. Malik Hooker's stock flipped. I wonder what Dan Quinn can do for me. I think it's a lot of older cats, you know, older players that can be good role players for Dallas. They can see that and be like, hey man, let me just do a 1-year hitman contract. Let me just do a 1-year rock with Dan Quinn, try to get one more, you know what I mean, and then go live the Robert Quinn life, you know what I mean? Robert Quinn, Dan Quinn parallels. I think that's super important. So on the token with that, those are free agents that we talk, old free agents, but talking about young guys on our team, right? Dan Quinn comes back, we get more continuity, familiarity, then Parsons gets happy. J-Ron Curse could possibly go, yeah, man, you know, I might, you know, take $1 million less to be with this situation. We can't say that wouldn't happen because Amari Cooper did it. Sometimes a certain situation, a certain, you know what I mean, a certain set of variables, you know what I mean? Oh, well, if I'm Amari Cooper, oh, this team has a quarterback, this team got XYZ. I could take the extra $1 million or $2 million a year, but I got to play with Taylor Heineke and Ryan fucking Fitzpatrick for the next couple years or whatever, right? I think a lot of that stuff matters when it's only $1 million or $2 million that we, you know what I'm saying, that we back and forth about. So just on our team in particular, if you're a Brent Urban character, if you're a Malik Hooker character, if you're a J-Ron Curse character or whatever, just any of these guys that you might want to bring back, Dan Quinn's relationship with those dudes, super important at this point. Super important at this point. What else are the major factors in this thing? The major factors with keeping Dan Quinn. Let me just hit a war call and just sip my smoothie for two. Just hold on. Just war call and just. We at least know for sure what one side of the ball is going to be like, right? Not a lot of ambiguity here. If we had to move on from Dan Quinn and we had to, bring up Joe Witt Jr. or something, or George Edwards, there's some ambiguity there. We don't really know what this thing is going to be like when those dudes take over, or we would have brought in somebody from the outside. It's just so much that could happen. We know what we getting with Dan Quinn, bro. We know what we getting with Dan Quinn, man. And familiarity with the players, but shit, as a fan, right? As a fan, it's easy for me to tell y'all what's gonna happen. Oh shit, XYZ. Oh, we drafted this player. Oh, well, let me tell you what. Oh, we drafted this guy, right? So if Dan Quinn can stand on the table and be like, yo, this Osa Odighizuwa kid, I need him. That results in a good draft. You know what I'm saying? That results in, because I'm sure that when we was picking Michael versus Rashawn, we'll be stopped and save y'all. Now we still going. If this was my bad, my phone was ringing. If this was like Parsons versus Rashawn, it'll probably be, okay, Dan Quinn, explain why we need Parsons, or Kellen, explain why we need Rashawn Slater in this draft or whatever. You know what I mean? And maybe Dan know how to pick them. I don't know how many players in particular Dan was responsible for. We know Nahshon Wright was one of them, and we knew he was a fan of Osa or whatever. So, hey, that impacts the draft. So when it's time for draft season, me, Fuster King, Jeff, Dave, or whatever, we're not looking for many 3-4 defensive ends. We can use guys to get upfield. We can use these base level DN guys. You know what I mean? Wide 9 type dudes. But on the same token, hey, there's room for 0 techs in this thing of ours. There's room for 3 techs in this thing of ours. We need physical man corners. That's just what we do around here. So that narrows things down a bunch. What I think is super, super impactful, the last thing I'm going to just talk about real quick or whatever, and this kind of piggybacks on the we know what we got to fix type thing. If Dan Quinn comes in, you know what your defense is doing, bro. This will be a good time for Jerry Jones to put some Illuminati money on the table and just make a call about this Sean Payton thing. I've kind of kept my opinions out on this Sean Payton thing because I don't know if it's going to be a this year thing, a next year thing. It could be a no year thing, you know what I mean? So I just kind of wanted to gather more information before I talk about it. But Dan Quinn was the first major bag that we wanted to seal in. If you take Sean Payton and he's responsible for finding some defensive guy, okay, fine, whatever, cool. But if you could take a Sean Payton offense, you ain't got to do much. We was already the number 1 offense last year on paper. You just got to turn us into the number 1 offense in application and practice. God damn it, if you take a Sean Payton offense, make a handful of tweaks with this talent that we got, and you just keep that Dan Quinn shit that we did last year, and you just continue to build on it and make it a little bit better, then add a draft class on top of that, we're going to the Super Bowl. Walk off. Now, 9 times out of 10, we probably just going to end up rolling with McCarthy anyway. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be Kellen Moore. 9 times. 10 times out of 10, it's going to be Dan Quinn. So we don't know what's going to happen between now and possible Sean Payton. We just got to hope that Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore, figure it out. But the best way to get them dudes to figure it out is to dangle a Sean Payton over their damn shoulder. Let's see how much you improve over the offseason now, young Kellen and Mike McCarthy. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll probably go live later. Follow for draft content, patreon.com/VochLombardi. Appreciate y'all. We'll tap in later.